Yo, if a Manchester City player took a 6-month sick leave in January and came back this summer, they'd be straight up confused. In just half a year, the squad's had like 10 new players join, spending a mad 388 million euros. And trust me, there are probably still moves in the works. At least 7 players could walk through the door at once right now.
And the biggest shockers? De Bruyne and Walker are out of there. Soon, they'll be joined by Grealish and Ederson, plus who knows who else. Also, Real Madrid's been getting real cozy with Rodri, which has a lot of people wondering what's next.
All these transfers are because City had a pretty average season by their standards, and with the squad last season, things weren't looking too hot. So in today's vid, we're talking about the fresh faces who will be taking over football and why City chose them. Plus, we gotta talk about the clear-outs.
Let's be real, City had a serious problem in midfield last season. After Rodri got injured, everything just fell apart. But let's not act like the other guys didn't mess up too. De Bruyne, usually a beast, ended up with just 6 goals and 8 assists, far from his best. So if you're asking me, the best signing of the summer is Reijnders. City dropped a crazy 55 million euros on him, bringing him in from Milan.
The dude's a creative, attack-minded midfielder and was literally the best part of Milan's worst season in ages. Even though they finished 8th, Reijnders still bagged 15 goals and 5 assists. This guy's all about keeping the ball, covering mad ground on the pitch, and dragging the team forward into the opponent's half. He's got energy for days, and his progressive passing is on point. He'll be a game changer for City, no doubt, especially if he adapts to the Premier League quick.
Then there's Reijnders, who was brought in to play left back for 37 million euros. This transfer is huge for making full use of the players they already have. Guardiola was already experimenting with him, and the Croatian showed in the Club World Cup that he could end up back in midfield. He's been playing more like a left midfielder than a fullback in recent matches, so we'll see. He's got top-notch ball control, dribbling skills, and a great attacking mindset. Guardiola even called him an exceptional talent, especially for his work in the final third of the pitch. Honestly, that's not surprising since the defense still feels a bit shaky. Last season, he was way better attacking than defending anyway. But hey, that's what he's there for. And speaking of problems, City also struggled with playmaking. Julian Alvarez was missed big time, and Grealish, he wasn't reliable at all. They also brought in Savinho, the star in the making, but he didn't hit the ground running. He bagged 3 goals and 13 assists in 48 games, which isn't terrible, but not the hype he had going in. So Guardiola decided to sign Cherki from Lyon for 45 million euros to give more depth to the right side. This dude's got mad potential, and the fact that Pep's got him means his future's looking bright. Cherki's a right winger, and last season he was on fire with 13 goals and 21 assists. What really stands out though is his team impact. He's got the stats to back up being a game changer, especially compared to finishers like Haaland or Marmoush. Cherki's been absolutely killing it when it comes to creating chances, making progressive passes, getting into the penalty box, and taking on defenders one-on-one. He hasn't fully settled at Etihad yet, but trust, he's already left a big mark at the Club World Cup, scoring once and assisting another goal in just 120 minutes, all as a sub. Now let's talk about the 18-year-old Sverre Nippen. That's finally wrapped up too. He's a central midfielder brought in from Norway for 15 million euros. The kid's got crazy technique, and more importantly for Pep, he's got brands on the pitch. People are already calling him the next Odegaard. And yeah, nationality might have something to do with it, but this guy's legit. He's got killer passing, ball control, and maturity beyond his years. Big things are expected from him. He's seen as one of Europe's top talents. City is also going to have a brand new keeper to start the season. James Trafford, just 22, is set to join from Burnley after a season where his team got promoted while conceding just 16 goals. This guy's one of the hottest prospects in the keeper game right now. If he does end up transferring, it's likely because Ederson's on his way out. The Brazilian legend hasn't been the same, slipping up with mistakes that weren't a thing a couple years ago. He's got interest from Galatasaray, and it looks like that move's gonna happen. Now, looking back at January, City didn't waste time getting busy with transfers after a rough start to the season. After Rodri's injury, they quickly brought in Nico Gonzalez to help stabilize things and hold down the midfield. That move was key if City wanted to salvage their season. But here's the thing, even though Nico's been there for half a year, his future's up in the air. Word is, he's frustrated with the situation and might dip soon. With Rodri coming back and the midfield's already stacked with all Reijnders, it's hard to see Nico sticking around unless something crazy happens with Rodri. We'll circle back to that in a minute. As for Marmoush, the Egyptian's been looking way better. He even scored a hat-trick this season. In 25 games for his national team, he bagged 8 goals and 3 assists. He came in fresh in January and immediately made an impact, giving the squad that much-needed energy. Guardiola's been hyping him up for his smarts on the field, not just his finishing, but also his defensive work and playmaking. Marmoush has the potential to become one of Pep's go-to guys, and once he gets a full preseason under his belt, expect him to hit even higher levels.
City also had to bring in a central defender after dealing with a ton of injuries. They dropped 40 million euros on 21-year-old Uzbek Husanov, even though he was a bit of a mystery to everyone. The dude went viral on TikTok for his crazy clean ball interceptions. They even called him the Uzbek Train, but as soon as he joined, things didn't go exactly as planned.
His first game was a nightmare. He made a huge mistake that led to a goal, and after that, he basically disappeared. From the 38th round on, he didn't see a minute of playtime. His adaptation to the squad's been rough, especially since he didn't speak English at all when he arrived.
And let's be real, not everyone's cut out for Pep's system. It's tough for players, even ones with more experience, to come in mid-season and adapt, especially when the team's in crisis mode.
Speaking of big changes, one of City's all-time legends, Kevin De Bruyne, is out. Even if he's not rolling in cash right now, he's probably not mad about trading dreary Manchester for sunny Naples, where he's going to be their main man. His contract just ran out, and City, in what they're calling a business decision, figured it was time to build something new.
De Bruyne's injuries were stacking up, and his on-field quality wasn't quite the same. You can only go so long without feeling the grind after seasons of 50-plus games. So yeah, it's the natural course of things. Same kind of story for Walker, who was loaned out to Milan after a terrible start to last season. He came in hot, captain vibes, but by the end, it was a full-on crash. He'd been pushing for a move abroad for a while, personal stuff, trying to escape the media chaos.
Age got the better of him physically, but honestly, it was more his headspace that went downhill. He was a shadow of his old self. His little break didn't last though, his loan ended, and now he signed with Burnley.
Then there's Jack Grealish, who's almost definitely out too. Honestly, he could easily make the list of Pep's big transfer flops. Sure, he helped City win the Champions League, but that's about it. Expectations were sky high when he joined for 117 million euros, but now they're only valuing him at 40 million pounds. It's crazy how far he's fallen off. He was a solid Premier League player before, but is he still that guy? Not so sure.
James McAddy's also on the move, looking for more playtime at a new club. At 22, he can't just sit around waiting for a chance at City. If he doesn't take this next step, he'll waste his career. City's probably going to get a decent fee, like 35 million for the kid. He's a big talent, so it's not too surprising.
Then we've got the rumors flying about Real Madrid making a huge push for Rodri. Xabi Alonso's a huge fan of his game and thinks he's one of the few guys who could step up to fill Toni Kroos' shoes. Some outlets are talking about a 100 million euro transfer, but Real's not rushing into it. They know Rodri's contract's up in 2 years, so they might wait until then, or even wait until he's free in 2 years.
City's gonna do everything they can to keep their main man though, and they're already trying to lock him into a new deal. And that's a wrap. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Hope you vibe with the football talk. See you in the next one.